Biafra. Yeah. You guys have woken up for a long time. You were the sleeping giant who just sent money back home and didn't do what was needed to be done. Now you're participating in politics. You contribute 4% of the GDP of our country.
So guys, Aisha Yesufu joined protesters who are protesting in Washington DC. Honestly, Nigerians both home and abroad are concerned when it comes to the judiciary handling the petitions that have been filed. We all know that the judiciary will begin its hearing on the 8th of May. That is coming Monday. And I tell you, there is tension everywhere because everybody wants to see the judiciary, rescue our democracy, standing for the right, standing for the people's mandate. We want to see them deliver justice. Honestly, we want to see them deliver justice. We all know that there have been speculations that our judges have been induced with money. But we are believing that, no amount of inducement is going to make them pervert judgment. No amount of inducement is going to make them not to uphold this democracy that people paid for. People paid dearly for this democracy. And that is why we all must stand up to call on the judiciary to tell them to do the needful. They must do the needful. They must come with clean hands. They must stand on neutral ground. They mustn't allow our political class with their bags of money to influence them. Let them deliver justice to the petitions that have been filed before them. So guys, I want you to listen to what Aisha Yesufu got to say as she joined protesters in Washington DC. Take a look at this. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you.
Fighting for. Thank you so much.
Aisha Yesufu.
Can we give a round of applause?
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you. Please draw back.
First of all, I would like to say something. The world today does not accept military coup. Anywhere in the world today, whenever you hear of a military coup, they do not accept it. Why then do they accept political coup? When the mandate of the people is stolen, when the people who go to vote and who do everything to ensure that they give someone a mandate, and that mandate is stolen away from them, that's a political coup. And the world must stand up and begin to do the needful. Most times we think what happens in other countries does not affect us, but it does, because we are all interrelated. And by the time people steal mandate and they go out to legitimize it, what happens? It begins to tell other people that democracy itself is not something that they want to do or be part of. And I'm sure US have seen it in the last few years. So we must insist and be our brothers' keepers. Nigerian citizens, especially the youth, were told that they cannot. And they did the needful. They went out on the streets and they did what they needed to do. They campaigned. They ensured that who they wanted, they voted for. And those who have always stayed in power, who have not given the good governance, accountability and transparency that is needed, decided they can steal it. And the reason why they steal it is because they get away with it. If a thief will steal something, an armed robber will take away something from you, you do not, no matter what they do, you do not legitimize it. You ensure that they return what they have stolen to the person they've stolen it, and they get punished for it. And the same thing must be done with politics.
Yes.
Right. Politics affect every part of our lives.
Yes.
And a lot of people are fighting migration. Some people say, oh, we don't want people to migrate. But the thing they always say, do not accept what you will not accept in your own country.
That's right.
When they steal our mandates, when they kill the people, when they maim people, when they burn properties just to be voted into office, and they go around and you accept them,
no way.
You're part of that criminality.
Yes.
And you cannot allow it to continue to happen. And so indeed, we must speak up. Nigerians are saying something simple, that they want their stolen mandate returned.
Yes.
Unfortunately for us, what we have with the judiciary is no longer the resource of the common man.
Yes.
It's the resource of the corrupt politicians. And we have that they have safe havens where they go to other places. They loot our own commonwealth and take it elsewhere.
Yes.
That must stop. We must begin to stand and ensure that democracy indeed is democracy the way it should be. And there must be a minimum standard, a universal standard, not a situation where you have democracy, where people have been killed, where people have been made, where people have been attacked. When a woman went out to vote and she was attacked, she got patched up, she came back with blood dripping on her ballot paper. She voted.
Yes.
And you have a representative of a government saying to her that, oh, it was fanciful.
No.
And I'm glad the woman has retracted her statement. The other woman who has said, the High Commissioner in Nigeria who said it was fanciful, now she's agreeing with the fact that what happened in Nigeria was not election, it was civil war. And that's not the way it should be.
Yes.
And one of the things we've always said, and I'm so proud of Nigerians in diaspora,
Yes.
you guys have woken up. For a long time, you were the sleeping giant who just sent money back home and didn't do what was needed to be done. Now you are participating in politics. You contribute 4% of the GDP of our country.
Yes.
And therefore, you must have political power.
Yes.
You must have political power. You must be invested in the things that are happening.
Yes,
Politics is everything. Most times they tell us that, oh, don't forget, don't participate in politics. It's for some people who are not, not to be trusted or any of those. We cannot continue that way. Because the policies that they make affect everyone. Not just those of us that are back home in Nigeria, but also those of you that are in diaspora. Because at the end of the day, people keep asking you, send us back home. Send that back home. We have a great country. We do not need charity. We always say that. We have everything to be one of the top countries in the world. We have the human resources. We have the mineral resources. We have arable land. We have everything. The only thing we've lacked is leadership. And it's time for us to collectively come together and ensure that the people we put into office are people who have competence, character, capacity, people who are patriotic, people with empathy, people who are going to be servant leaders and transformational leaders. Enough of the worst of us leading us. We must have the best of us lead us. There will be no more excuses. No Nigerian is more Nigerian than any Nigerian. And we must get to the place where the child of nobody can become somebody without knowing anybody. We must have that Nigerian dream. We must have a place where the child of nobody can become somebody without knowing anybody. We must have a Nigerian dream. We must have that country where everyone is proud to be there. As individuals, we are all achievers. Anywhere you go, they know Nigerians. We have the creativity, we have the intelligence, we have the audacity, we have what it takes to keep going. And we've done that. But the thing that we haven't done is the collective growth. We need that collective growth, not just individual growth. And the way to go there is mostly through politics. So we need those leaders to be there. And that's why we are here today saying, the mandate that was stolen from the people must be returned to the people. The mandate that was stolen from the people must be returned to
Immediately.
the people's mandate must be given to the person that the people chose.
Immediately.
The Supreme Court.
The person who has been given the mandate was not given the people's mandate. He got INEC's mandate. We do not have a president-elect yet. What we have is a president-elect. An election where people are killed, an election where people are maimed, an election where properties are destroyed. It's not the kind of election that we want to see. That in its own way is a political coup, and we cannot allow that to happen. Injustice to anyone, anywhere is injustice to everyone, everywhere. And wherever, the only way that people have gotten away with a lot of things, the evil ones, is because the good ones keep quiet. They stay aside and say it's not their business. But you know what? The people who are doing all of this, who are attacking democracy, they are learning from each other. They are learning from each other. They are taking notes from each other. And so we must begin to take notes from each other too. Good must be as tenacious as evil. Good must even be more tenacious than evil. What we have is that people give up. They're always ready to say, oh no, It's no. We're giving up. No. Giving up on this one. Giving up is not an option.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Round up by saying this.
Yes.
As we walked in here today, a lady said to
Americans
me,
watch YouTube.
she said,
You see the corruption,
oh my goodness,
atrocities.
that she was so tired and she felt like giving up.
Yeah.
She was tired with what was going on. And I said to her, do you know what we did in this last election?
Yeah.
We did the impossible.
Right.
Nelson Mandela said, it's impossible until it's done. But we actually did. The citizens of Nigeria decided they were going to participate in politics, something they have never done before, something they have never been bothered with.
Right.
And guess what happened? We upturned everything. They said we were only 4 people tweeting in a room, and we decided to show them what 4 people can do when they come together. In the words of Margaret Mead, that it takes committed small amount of people to actually get things done. And that was what we did. We came together. We began to change that space that they thought they owned, and let it know that the power belongs to the people. The power belongs to the people. The office of the citizen is the highest office in any land. The office of the citizen is the highest office in any land. The office of the president is the highest political office. And so the people of Nigeria decided to occupy the office of the citizen and make a difference. And a difference was made.
Amen.
Do you know how many people who ordinarily would not have gotten to the National Assembly have gotten to the National Assembly? How many people who ordinarily would not have gotten to the state houses of assembly, they have gotten there? And so, when you feel tired, when you feel disappointed, when you feel like giving up, look at the wins that you've had. Because most of the times when you're fighting for a cause, you forget to check all the little wins that you have, and you get depressed because of all those things that you've not won. But you know what? History is so slow when you're living the moment. I always say to people, think about Nelson Mandela. He spent 27 years in prison. Imagine what it was the first day, the second day, the third day, 1 week, 3 weeks, 1 month, 6 months, 1 year, 5 years, a decade, 2 decades, 23, 24, 26, 27 years. But he came out and he was able to get that appetite down, and he became a president. And today he's no more, but he's remembered. I see a lot of people who express fear. What happens to you? What if you're attacked? What if you're killed? I will round up by saying to every one of us, death is not when you can no longer breathe in oxygen and breathe that carbon dioxide. Death is when you stop speaking because you're afraid to die. But then is the essence of life. They have oppressed our children. They oppressed our parents. They oppressed us. We must never, ever allow them to oppress our children and not give them the enabling environment for them to thrive. The Nigerian youth have woken up. The Nigerian youth have woken up. The Nigerian youth, they have the creativity, they have the intelligence, they have technology, they have the social media. They deserve a country that they all can
They
be
deserve
proud of.
a clean
And we
school.
as the older generation, we must do everything we can to give them a country that they all can be proud of. We should no longer let our children be stateless. Because what we have today when they roam around countries looking for where to belong to, that they're being stateless. So thank you so much for even though being here, still caring about what is happening back home. Thank you so much for standing firm for Nigeria. I remember what Nelson Mandela said, when Nigeria gets its act together, Africa will get its act together.
The first person.
Greatest Nigerian people.
Great.
Of the greatest Nigerian people.
Great.
Today is May Day, the day for the Nigerian workers. And we are joining forces with labor union to say that Nigerian workers must be duly and respectfully taken care of.
Yes.
In a nation where we are blessed in everything we need to be great, Nigerian workers should not be suffering. Nigerian workers take-home salary should be able to take them home. In a case whereby a bag of rice is worth the salary of an average worker in Nigeria can afford, It is sad. It is sad and it is unacceptable. The case where Nigerian workers will retire and their pension, their allowance will not be given to them. It is unacceptable. And today we are calling on the government to do the right thing and make sure this thing change. And for that to change, a government will not change if that government is not gotten into power.
So guys, we all know that our democracy is about to be truncated. Should our judges not deliver justice to the cases that are before them? And you know, Nigerians are wakening up, Nigerians are standing up, Nigerians are speaking up, Nigerians are calling out the judiciary, they are calling out the judges by their names and telling them that the future of Nigeria hangs in their hand, the future of our children hangs in their hand, that the future of this generation, I mean the youths of today, hang in their hands, that they must do the right thing. That even if the politicians have influenced them in any way, let them come out with clean hands. Let them stand on neutral ground. Let them stand with the Nigerian people. Let them stand for our democracy. Let them deliver justice. Justice and nothing but justice. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you. The youth, not even because of what they are seeing, the youth